Color Symbolism, Art 1120. Here's a link to Bingo if you'd like to play while you listen. The use of color has a long history of strong symbolism. We may think of certain colors simply representing different themes, emotions, or implicit messages, but at various times in history, the use of color has been a subject of great controversy, a tool of political control, and even the basis for asserting superiority and dominance, as evidenced by von Goethe's words in 1810. Savage nations, uneducated people, and children have a great predilection for vivid colors. Color controversy in the Italian Renaissance. In the Italian Renaissance, there was a fierce intellectual debate over the use of color in art, thought by some to be emotionally self-indulgent and intellectually inferior to the more skillful art of drawing. For more artistically conservative Florentine artists such as Michelangelo, Raphael, and Da Vinci, drawing was the fundamental first step in all artistic rendering, with firm contours and clearly defined forms. In Venice, innovative artists such as Titian, Bellini, and Rubens put paint on black canvas with rich, radiant colors to yield sensual, emotional quality. Designo purists considered this work to be vulgar and effeminate. The politics of color. As color began to take on symbolic meaning in cultures and societies, rules and laws emerged to restrict their use to reinforce social hierarchies and boundaries between classes. Across Europe and Asia, over many centuries, the color of clothing and furnishings were restricted according to social class, with the display of brightly colored fabrics reserved for the wealthy and ruling classes. In ancient Rome, commoners were banned from wearing any clothing with expensive brightly colored dyes extracted from snails, including purple, crimson, and brilliant blue. Common citizens caught violating these laws could face substantial fines and other penalties. Wearing purple as a commoner was considered an act of treason. A statue of King Henry VIII and Queen Mary stated that none shall wear in his apparel any silk of the color purple, but only the king, queen, king's mother, children, brethren, and sisters, uncles, and aunts. Lesser nobility were permitted to wear purple, but only in small amounts, such as the lining of cloaks or a stripe in a toga. The association with purple is maintained today, an echo of sumptuary laws of old. Current Western color symbolism. Red represents passion, intensity, love, desire, danger or red flags, anger, war, and vitality. Orange represents energy, excitement, creativity, warmth, optimism, happiness, friendly, and caution. Yellow represents joy, optimism, happiness, energy, cowardice, also known as yellow-bellied. Green often represents nature, growth, health, money, luck, sustainability, envy, and inexperience. Blue often represents serenity, calm, wisdom, trust, sadness, melancholy, loneliness, and loyalty. Purple represents royalty, luxury, bravery, spiritualism, mystery, magic, Gothic, and mysticism. Black represents elegance, sophistication, power, mystery, fear, oppression, foreboding, and death and mourning. White represents divinity, purity, innocence, peace, hope, delicacy, simplicity, and cleanliness. Cross-cultural symbolism variations. Every culture and country has different traditions and practices, and color is very important everywhere. Color in celebrations and marriage. Colors that often correspond with large celebrations around the world are red, gold, yellow, and white. White has become the largest color used in weddings in Western culture, but red and yellow are still largely used as well throughout the world. White is seen as a very pure color and is represented in that way in many people's marriages, but a lot of cultures use red and gold or yellow to represent wealth, luck, and good fortune moving forward. And these colors are used in many holidays as well to bring luck and good times to a whole community or group. Color in death, mourning, and funerals. While Western and some Eastern European culture uses black for mourning, around the world it can be different colors, such as blue, purple, and red. In South Africa, they wear red to represent the blood of the deceased, while blue is used in Mexican traditions to represent the deceased moving to the heavens. Every culture uses different colors to relate and represent the different ways of moving forward and showing tribute to those who have passed. Color symbolism in music and film. Color has always played a fundamental role in art throughout history, shaping meaning and emotion through its symbolism. During the Middle Ages, color symbolism was mainly used in religious art. The use of bright colors in stained glass of churches represented divinity and purity, helping people connect with spiritual ideas. Modern day uses movies, film, art, and music to express ideas and subjects with the use of color. In movies, color symbolism is an important tool used to show emotion even before dialogue begins. For example, in Blue Velvet, blue tones create a sense of sadness and unease in the audience, while in The Great Gatsby, bright colors like green and gold highlight the extravagance of the period. Color can also change meaning depending on the context. For instance, red can represent love and passion, but can also symbolize anger or danger. A clear example of this is Moulin Rouge, which is a tragic love story. This is also shown in Black Swan, with black and white representing the battle of good and evil. Inside Out, where emotions are portrayed with specific colors, yellow for joy, red for anger, and blue for sadness, this is used to reinforce how audience understand each feeling. Another example of this is the Disney short film Day and Night, where light and dark are used symbolically to represent contrast, perspective, and understanding. The use of color and brightness helps show how the two opposite characters can learn from each other without relying heavily on dialogue. As an artist, Prince is strongly associated with the color purple, suggesting artistic royalty, and his song Purple Rain has themes of cleansing and apocalyptic spirituality. Jimi Hendrix's Purple Haze album is psychedelic and dreamlike, with its purple colors. These are two similar but contrasting uses by artists of the color black in album creation. AC/DC's Back in Black album was released after the death of the singer Bon Scott. It symbolizes the mourning of a singer, Bon Scott, and their comeback after the loss, proclaiming strength and resilience. Amy Winehouse's Back to Black represented her return to depression and addiction in 2006. Blue is used in both albums, Shepherd Moons by Enya and Blue by Joni Mitchell. But Shepherd Moons creates peace and serenity, while Blue creates melancholy and heartache. The Beatles' Yellow Submarine evokes playfulness and whimsy, while Coldplay's Yellow is themed around hope and unconditional love, and the warmth and light in the presence of a loved one. Color symbolism in marketing and branding. Red is a very powerful color because it immediately grabs attention and creates a sense of excitement and urgency in marketing. This is important because brands want people to notice their product quickly and take action, like making a purchase. Red is commonly used in sales and promotions, especially in words like sale, clearance, or limited time offer. The color makes people feel like they need to act right away, which can increase impulse buying. Green is a powerful color because it's associated with health, nature, and sustainability. In marketing, this helps brands communicate that their products are safe and environmentally friendly. Green is often used by eco-friendly brands, especially in natural and non-toxic cleaning products, because it builds trust and suggests sustainability. Blue is a powerful color because it creates a sense of trust and reliability. In marketing, this is important because brands want consumers to feel safe and confident while using their products or services. Blue is commonly used by financial and technology companies such as PayPal, Chase, and Facebook because it suggests security, stability, and professionalism. Thank you for watching our presentation on color symbolism. Did you get a bingo at the end? Here's a gold medal to show you win.